Welcome back to Bricktacular and another build on our X-Men X-Mansion, and this time we're going to have a go at the basement. So I've had this base plate out before, this Mills plate out before, towards the end of one of the videos previously, and I was playing around with some ideas for how I was going to get Cerebro kind of oval going. Not really had much time to look much more into that, but I had a few comments and suggestions about trying to use an inverted version of the globe. So they're all things I still need to look at. But for this video, and what will probably end up being the majority of this video, I'm just going to work on trying to get the layout for this sorted. So I mentioned before that I was going to have Cerebro this side, and then have Beast Slab. I found my Beast CMF figure on this side, and probably the Danger Room. But thinking about it a little bit more, where the elevator lift is in the actual house is probably going to be around about roughly, say, here, coming down. So I want to be able to keep, obviously, the imaginary lift in the same position. So I'm figuring that it's probably best to have Cerebro on this side so I can make it really big and grand, and then have the lab and the danger room on this side. So I'm thinking that I'm probably going to have 2 levels on this side, so 2 floors. So one floor is going to be able to sit on top of the other one, and still be modular, to be able to still be able to lift it off. And this side have a whole big room with the little probably coming off the second level, with the platform coming off, with the little controls for Cerebro, or the end of the platform in the middle there, with the big dome kind of around this section. So that's my thinking. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of space to have just a lab. So I may even go 2 levels at the back or 2 levels at the front and put the danger room and have that as big as Cerebro, so it's a real big, deep danger room. I'm not sure yet, but I'm just going to have a little bit of a think and a play and try and work some bits out and move some stuff around and get some walls down, see how much brick I've got. Planning on using dark bluish grey for the majority, but I think I'll keep the odd flecks of light bluish grey in there just to mix up a little bit. And then I've got to decide, it's more of a colour and layout thing I've got to think about a little bit more. So I'll probably put the danger room over this side, and have the lift coming down there. I think that's going to be the idea. But it's going to probably be a little bit of trial and error, and build some bits up, see how we go. I'm not sure if eventually I'll put a rock face along the front here that's detachable, so when it's sat in the city it just looks like rock up to the level where it's going to be, probably around about here, I guess, where the mansion is going to sit on top. Just have some rock face going up the front here, and then have that as a detachable panel to then be able to see in, then take the levels off, and like you would do on a normal modular. That's what my rough plan is at the minute. So I'm going to start building everything set back slightly, and then I can always extend the walls forward a little bit if I need to, or leave enough space to be able to put rock in on some tiles. So let's give it a go. Let's see how we get on. Let's get building. So start off with building a little spacer just to work out where the doors to the lift's going to go. Get that in place first, because the whole build is going to be based around that, just to keep the continuity for that going up and into the mansion. Those walls are just the walls that I peeled off the left hand side of the mansion when I changed them over to dark red. So choosing those is a bit of a visual idea to work out spacing. With the lift being back where it is, it makes more sense to put the danger room at the front of the build and then put the lab at the back, seeing as I want the danger room to be really big. The lift would have just got in the way and kind of chopped bits of it off. So going with that way round instead. So let's get some white brick down, start putting some walls up. Corner of each of the walls is kind of made square. I just want another set of bricks up there just to kind of add a bit of strength to the room, because it's going to have quite a bit of weight when the mansion goes on top, so I'll make sure the walls are nice and strong. So just get the white walls wrapped around with that. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Then some white tile, a couple of jumpers on top, and then get all the accessories that I've got from the original build, just drop them into the room there for now, just to keep them in the right place, and then get a little floor built, just to kind of again, a visual representation of where things are going to go. Start working out about where the sliding door is going to go, and where the spacing and everything else is going to be. Fix up the lift a little bit, make sure that looks all nice, build the walls up a little bit higher, just adjust a few bits around just to make it a little bit stronger, and then move on to the sliding door area. So that's going to be built with basically 3 bricks wide, an arch either side of some tiles on the floor with a sliding panel on it. So it's going to take up quite a bit of space. So just work out the spacing for that. And carry on putting around some of the dark bluish grey bricks, just working out the shape of the room there, and start getting a few layers of bricks up. And we see on this section that I'm working on over the back, start substituting in some sand green bricks, and then drop in some of the yellow snot bricks just to save the dark bluish grey and light bluish grey snot bricks that I've got, because I haven't got many of those at the minute. Just save those for the areas where the backs are going to be seen. So that's all going to get hidden behind a panel, so it doesn't matter that they're different colours, you will never see them. Then start completely ripping down the walls and working out the space in there. Work out the whole way around, and then get to the corner there and decide I'm going to put a little cupboard in there, and I need some shelving. So let's give something new a try. So I thought I'd give a little stop motion a go. Someone suggested it, that for some of the builds I'm doing, to do a little stop motion. It's not the best, but first time doing it, gives you the idea of how I've put it together, parts I've used, and how it's progressed along. It's a little bit of adjusting as I'm going, but yeah, using different elements and how I'm using them just to try and make things look like it's fuller, and different boxes and shapes and stuff in there. That looks pretty neat by the time it's done. It fills up that little cupboard. That's going to be like a cleaning closet sort of area there, just for dumping bits in. So I think it looks pretty decent when it's done, and then can drop it into place. Then back to the time lapse. Just putting some finer details in there, hanging a little broom off of a snot brick and a little clip, getting some tiling down so that room could be finished off, and then start building the walls up around it. So I'm going to try and get my fingers in and finish all the small details afterwards. So just going around now, just lots and lots of dark bluish grey brick all the way around, dropping in some light bluish grey here and there just to break the walls up a little bit. Just try and get the walls up as high as I can, and trying to just, it's pretty repetitive and boring stuff, just going around and around and around, and just adding more bricks in and trying to keep the walls strong, strengthen out the back part there. Lay some bricks over the top just to hide the gaps. Just keep basically, pretty boring this part, just going around just dropping all the bricks in. So I'm just getting to the end of my building for tonight, so I thought I'd just do a quick little video just to break up all the time lapse and my attempt at a little stop motion for my little set of racking for my janitor's cupboard, cleaning cupboard. So get in there, I guess. Walls up, little sliding door installed. That'll have the X logo on the other side. Not easy to get off before, but it's still not very easy to get off. Come on, there we go. White walled room for B slab, and then we're going to put that. Is it light aqua? The kind of the minty blue tiles in the corner there. Put that down on the floor just to break up the white, and then I'll probably end up taking the walls down and adding some of the snot bricks in. That's why I chucked them in there. Put a few snot bricks on the wall to be able to add some cupboards on the wall, or some pictures, a clock, whatever, some other things up in there. Worry about them details a little bit later on. Not quite sure how this is actually going to pan out, because I'm going to take this much higher than this room. So I need to get around the back and finish the little wall around here, but I've kind of built up to one level here, which is the same height as the white room, as the lab now. So then thinking I probably need to create maybe a floor for the whole of this bit, maybe onto here. I might double up the white tiles here. These are really flimsy because I can't balance them on there, not just on one stud, but if I put some tiles over them, Yeah, I think that's probably one good day. So extend the tile, this finished brickwork around the back there, put some dark grey tiling around here, extend the white tiling over here, and then make this floor bigger so it covers this whole section here, because this half is going to be, at least the majority of it's going to be Cerebro. So I'm thinking that door will be on this level here, with the doorway in here, then put another sliding door and the little walkway out, and then try and create the dome kind of here, so make it quite big and quite grand. I'm not sure what's going to have the back side of the dome and kind of bring it around and stop it so that you can look in to see it, but that's a future me problem. We'll worry about that later. See if we can take a bit of a closer look into the cupboard, Janet's cupboard, see if I can take the bricks off and then take that door out, take that post out. Let's put a little coffee cup there and a couple of pots for some chemicals, a white open box, the traditional dark tan box that you get in every Marvel modular set, it feels, and just some other tiles on the sides and some jumper plates on the sides just to make it look like this stuff just kind of laying around in there. And then clip the broom onto the wall there, just not brick behind there, and yeah, just a little kind of hidden detail with the little stop motion to show I put it all together. On its own it's quite flimsy, but as soon as I clipped all the other little boxes and bits on, it helped to make it a little bit more solid. So it's a nice little detail for a little cleaning cupboard. Back into here, just thought about that. Put some snot bricks on the wall. The green just doesn't really matter than yellow because it's going to get covered with the wall panels. I'm going to try and put them pretty much the whole way across. Maybe even go across the top of the door. Might stick it all on, so maybe make this all one big panel, stick that on, and then have these sliding, what I assume are kind of gun turrets at either end, and then have this bit flatter. But yeah, I'm going to go, I think, double height on this room and make this look really cool, and just add some features in there, get some guys in there training and fighting and sparring out. Someone did suggest on a future video just make it like a shell, and then because it's supposed to be a hologram or hologram generated sort of room, kind of make a insert drop into it, take it back out again, so you could change it up for different scenes and sets. Sounds like a really nice idea. Maybe something we'll get to in the future if we just carry on with this. But for now, I just want to get this kind of to a point where it feels like it's sort of done, and then we can go back and make upgrades later on. So that's us done for tonight, and then I'll probably crack on again tomorrow. So we're back to a pile of mess. I've done a lot of building off of camera. I didn't time lapse this time, and just started doing a couple of bits and got quite carried away. So made some good progress. Built this wall up on this side for the danger room, and then started on that one. Placed another bricklink order to order some more of the sand blue tiles and the 2x4 and 2x2s, just to be able to fill out a little bit. Started adding a few of the details from the original set into there. Just drop the bits in there really. Give that a little bit of a tidy up. Was thinking about having the kind of observation area like they've got, but I'm not really too sure where I'll be able to put it and actually make it work. Could maybe put it here and I'll open this bit up for the walls there. There might be an option to do that and pop those right there, but then I've got the sliding thing for the door there. No, that's not going to work either. So I think we just have to scrap the observation room, unless when it comes around to doing this side, which is going to be the Cerebro, there's a way of working it in here somewhere, having some sort of platform or entrance or something along those lines. But we shall see. For now, we'll leave that bit. So these just pop off. Just snot bricked on. Plates built up. Saving that one comes off as well. Built out with a few bricks and some tiles around give it like a border. So then when this one's on, it sits nice and flush against that one. It sits flush this way with no gap. Just a little tiny ledge there, so I think that looks nice and neat in the corner. About as neat as you're going to get two corners, I think, with when it's not bricks on. Let's drop that out of the way. Built the elevator, not that this opens or anything, but up there. And this top room I thought would be a bedroom. Not sure for who. Maybe for Beast, maybe for Charles Xavier. Not put any real details in this part, but I had a toilet and kind of a little idea for a sink. So I put a kind of, hard to see. Yeah, if I go that way. I had the door there, so kind of make like a shower screen, and then I'm going to put some tiles at the bottom, and I'll add a shower head at some point, kind of in the back here. So a bit of detailing, and then put a bed probably down here, and maybe a chair and table or a little desk on here or something like that. So that's just top level. Sliding door there, which will eventually have, coming out through here, we'll have the platform with the circular bit on for Cerebro, and then this is going to be, like I've said before, the domed area around here, kind of probably like 3/4 ish, kind of here, I think, for the dome. Alright, let's take this top level off. We can have a look a little bit below. We're popping that top section off. That all comes off together as one nice big lump. And I got the little cupboard which I've shown before in there. The lift, so the lift then runs obviously there, up to there, and then carries on up into the mansion. So the little sciencey lab area with Beast in there. Like I said before, I'm going to have that kind of real minty like bluey floor tiling in there from the original set. Build up a couple more desks and a bit more workstations, things like that, make it look really lab-like. So a bit of a pan out view from there. So I started building this section at the top here in the dark bluish grey, and then thought we need a bit of colour because it's getting very dark. So then I've got lots of the sand green, so I built like an inner skin. So it's kind of a double wall. And I thought, I don't know why I did it that way. I could have quite easily done it just in sand green straight away like I did with the white one. So I was going to take all the grey off and save the grey brick, which I may still yet do. But like this, obviously it's 2 bricks wide for the majority. And when I get, obviously run out of dark grey brick now, when I get all this done, it'll be 2 bricks wide the whole way around. So that's just going to give it a bit of strength, especially when I'm going to have the other building, the whole mansion, kind of sat on top of that part. So I'm thinking for now I'm going to leave it like that, and then if I get real desperate for the dark grey bricks, then I can maybe remove them and just move the wall out to have it as just a sand green wall around here rather than dark grey. But for now, that's what we'll do. Added some of the kind of hazard tiles in there for the door that slides. I mean, this is really flimsy here. I'd need to try and maybe think of a slightly better way. But if this does pop off, then it's not very hard just to drop it back down, tack it back on again and slide it back across again. I think that works for now. So decent progress on the basement. And we will try and get cracking on the Cerebro section at some point. I've run out of dark grey brick again. Yeah, again, the same old issue. I think you got lots of brick and it actually turns out to be nothing. So I need to get a load of dark bluish grey brick ordered, and then we can make a start on the section over that side. Get this bit up here finished off, and then we can see what it looks like then with the actual mansion sat back on top. But for now, that will do us for this video. Thank you very much for watching through. I hope you enjoyed this further update on the kind of next stage of the mansion's evolution for the underground part of the basement. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It really helps out the channel. We've got some good extra subscribers from the last video on the mansion. Seems to be the favourite of the stuff I'm doing so far. So if you haven't subscribed yet, it really does help the channel out. We would very much appreciate it. Give us a like. Any comments, any ideas? I've had some great ideas from people, great comments from different people on lots of different things that I've put into place or thought about, or at least made me think about things a little bit differently. So if you've got any comments, please do drop them in. Give us a like, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much.